everybody, it's Sarah from my gluten-free Disney kitchen, and today you might notice that we are in a little bit of a new kitchen. So my gluten-free Disney kitchen has been a little delayed for a bit, so there hasn't been a new episode, but that's because I'm in a new place. So we're going to be starting up the series yet again as I sort of get settled into my new place. So today is a little bit of a janky video because we're going to work our best. I'm working to get the tripod set up and all that kind of stuff, but for now, as you can see, we're going to do a super simple recipe today. We are actually going to recreate the magic cookie bar from Disney's Wilderness Lodge. You can also find it at a few other places on Disney property, but it's one of those things that I've always wanted to try. Of course, it's not gluten-free. It's something that we made at home when I was a kid. We used to call it 7-layer cookie bar. And so I'm going to recreate that today with the help of some really cool products. The reason I got inspired to make this is that I scored this sweetened condensed coconut milk that I didn't have to make myself. So that is one of the key ingredients to the magic cookie bar from Disney's Wilderness Lodge. So we are going to make that today. We also have something cool to add to it, and that is some really cool, almost like M&Ms from No Way Foods. So this is a top 8 allergy-free version of M&Ms. So it's dairy-free and gluten-free and all sorts of other allergy-friendly. So we're going to top this on it because some of the versions of the Magic Cookie Bar from Disney include M&Ms. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We are going to assemble our Magic Cookie Bar, and pretty soon we're going to be inspired and feel like we're at the Wilderness Lodge. So let's get to cooking. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our Magic Cookie Bar. Now, typically you're going to make your own gluten-free graham cracker crust. You can use basically a cup or 2 cups of crushed gluten-free graham crackers and mix that with a little bit of butter. But since I'm feeling super lazy today, I actually took a gluten-free pre-done crust and I'm going to use that as my base. So that to me was really easy, so I can make this. It's going to be almost pie-shaped instead of square-shaped. We'd normally put it in a 9x13 pan, but really simple. First, we're going to take some chocolate chips. It's about 3/4 of a cup. You can put in however much you personally want. I like a lot of chocolate, so I'd say the more the merrier. So we're going to scatter those in here. I'm using a dairy-free chocolate chip. Now, you, of course, can look for a gluten-free one that does contain dairy, or you can use some of the dairy-free ones. I like Enjoy Life and Pascha Chocolate. Those are some really good ones that you can use, but there's definitely some others as well. Next, you would normally put in about the same amount of butterscotch chips, but I can't really find any that are dairy-free, and I've had a little bit too much dairy this week because I've been introducing a bit of dairy. I do try it sometimes, but I'm going to avoid it this week just because of that. Then we're going to take some coconut. So instead of having butterscotch, I'm going to leave that out. I'm then going to take some coconut. Now, the recipe calls for about a cup, but because my crust is a little bit smaller and I have coconut milk, sweetened condensed milk, I'm probably going to maybe, just finagle it there so it's a little bit less. So we've got that. Then we're going to take some crushed nuts. Now, you can use any that you like. I am a big fan of pecans, and that's what Disney uses in their recipe. So we're going to put some crushed pecans on top there. You could also use walnuts. That's what we used growing up. So we've got that. So you can see we've got this almost little cookie pie thing going on. Now you can also top it with these M&Ms. I'm going to wait till the very end because now we're going to take our can of coconut milk and we're going to put that in here. Now for the shredded coconut, I will note that I ended up, oh wow, okay. So good thing to know. Should probably mix your coconut milk, sweetened condensed coconut milk, just a little bit. Didn't see that when I opened up the can. I just thought it was really thick. No worries, that'll still all go in the pool just fine. It'll all melt and come together, so we'll just go ahead and put it like that. And then I might just spread this over, there we go, just a little bit so it sort of mixes everything together. So that's a good thing to know about that. No worries, they all go in the pool together. So again, nice and thick. Now this does have a good coconut flavor, so if you are kind of adverse to coconut, you might want to skip that. And then lastly, you can put these on if you want. I think I'm going to put it on about half of my Magic Cookie Bar because that's a lot of sugar. This is like sugar on top of sugar. This is the one thing that I remember from this growing up. is that this is just a lot of sugar, and I love it. So we can see we've got that there. So pretty simple. We're gonna go ahead and put that in an oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes or so until everything just sort of sets and comes together. So we're gonna put that in, and the next thing we know, we're gonna have a decadent magic cookie bar. Okay, so we've got our magic cookie bar from Disney's Wilderness Lodge done. You can see, holy moly, it looks super, super decadent, like tons and tons of chocolate in there. Again, you could scale back, customize, do however you want. And of course, you could do the 9x13 pan, which I'll show the recipe for in the show notes. But again, I decided to go with the gluten-free graham cracker pie crust because it was just a little bit easier for me. But you can see that's super rich. So I've got on a Disney plate here a little bit of the magic cookie bar. So we're going to take a quick bite real quick. See what we think. It looks ridiculously rich, so I'm going to guess it's going to be very, very rich. Like definitely something you have just a little bit of. Let's go ahead and get a bite here. Try to do this with one hand. All right, a little bit right here. It's really good. Super, super decadent. Really rich. Ooh, definitely something, like I could not eat all of this because it is super, super sweet. Again, I might customize and might tailor back a little bit, reduce some of the chocolate chips, but overall, really good. The sweetened coconut milk, condensed milk was really awesome in this. It does taste a little bit more coconutty than you might think, but overall, really fantastic. So definitely check out the Let's Do Organic sweetened condensed coconut milk because now it makes this possible. So we'll go ahead and put the recipe in the show notes. So if you like and love this, do let me know. And definitely if you recreate this yourself, I want to see how you do it. What do you make? What are your different versions? And of course, for my gluten-free Disney kitchen, this is the magic cookie bar from Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Thanks for joining me, and of course, stay tuned for more videos in my new gluten-free Disney kitchen. We'll see you real soon.